Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. This time let's make some trap. Let's begin. First, I'm gonna set the tempo to 130. I wanna begin with the simplest pattern, and that is the snare, so bringing in the ADSS sample manager. Let's use the step sequencer since what I have in mind is a really simple pattern. So I'm gonna delete all these and type in 60 in here. That corresponds to the note C5. Now, where do I want to use the snare? Right there. Oh, I forgot. If we use the ADSS sample manager before selecting a sample, it crashes the DAW. At least, it's like that in my case. Not that. Moving on with the sample selected. Next one is obviously the kick. Now let's add some hi-hats. I'm laying down a pattern while keeping in mind that the blazing fast hi-hat, that burst of hi-hats and those triplets in the hi-hats, is the hallmark sound of trap music. Since hi-hat is one of the most important characteristics of trap music, I want its pattern to be different. What I mean is, if the kick is repeating in the time of 4 bars, I want the hi-hat pattern to be repeated in 8 bars. Let me show you something that I do to make the pattern management easier. So you select the clip that you want to handle, then go into this left area clip, and then go into this group clip and turn on looping. Now you can stretch it by dragging the corner. The clap, which is a step sequencer clip, has this feature enabled by default, copying the hi-hat pattern to make variations. After editing, let's bounce it to a single clip for easier management and do the same like we did for kick. And the final ingredient of trap music is the bass heavy 808. I'm using the free VST X8 Lite. Copying the kick pattern down to the 808 track. I don't want that much release time, but I do want a little bit of attack to give room for the kick. Okay, let's be an artist and draw on the piano roll. Since we got the backbone of this track ready, let's mix this a little bit before moving on. Okay, let me show you something that I did on the 808. The volume of the 808 track has been reduced to 0, but I am sending the signal to two stereo buzzes, one named 808 low and the other the 808 high. Notice that I haven't added any effect in here. Now this is the 808 low for handling the low frequency of the 808, and this is the 808 high for handling the high frequencies in the 808. In the 808 low, I have added a sonatus compressor to sidechain it with respect to the kick. This way, the output of the 808 low will be reduced when a kick signal comes in. For that, we have to send the kick signal to the compressor like this. In case of the 808 high, I have added a stereo imager and a distortion so that it comes through small speakers like mobile phones and laptops. Let's observe the difference, shall we? For the time being, this is a very simple track. Let's add some synthesizer. I'm gonna choose triple cheese. Okay, let's record. For the next one, I'm gonna bring in the synthesizer alpha free. Oh look, free. It already says it's free. I made a different 808 pattern for the chorus section. And the triple cheese in the chorus is gonna be this pattern. And then added this flute thingy sound from the triple cheese. Since I found the sound that we added before kind of unnoticeable, I decided to double it with a plucky sound. Now I want more percussion sounds. Let's add with the ADSR sample manager. Okay, let's add one beat after the main snare. Being smart, I did save it. This is the snare I selected. Let's record. For the final touch, I decided to add a brass section because reasons. What's remaining is arranging and mixing, and this is what it looks like after it has been done. Let's sum it up quickly. This is a cymbal that is reversed, and the above one is a bell pitched to the note E using the sampler TX16WX to work as kind of a riser towards the chorus section. And I have introduced the brass section before the chorus to smooth it out. I felt that it shouldn't come from nowhere. And finally, here is my vocal. That's it, folks. Do let me know if you found this video to be useful by liking the video. Comment your thoughts on this track. Is this trap? Is this fire or not? And see you in the next video. Until then, you take care, okay? Ayo, you feeling that? You better listen to me while I talk about trap. Let's go! Stylia's feeling called trap music, the sound of hip-hop. Now trap has bled into everything, 7 notes can't group in the sound. The signature trap sound of blazing bass hi-hat with the bass heavy 808 kick drums is all over the place. But for now, let's travel back in time, searching the roots of the pieces of trap music, until we finally reach the 90s Atlanta in the south. Life in the trap and the struggles that came with dealing the dark side and leaving those lights behind were all the frequently used subject matter of the trappers from the region of Atlanta. Back in the 90s, trap was new music. Instead, it meant where the life got tainted because of the drug deals.
A lifestyle that might seem pretty much like a gangster. And time became the foundation of trap music that we know. So if you're making a trap,